a Bulgarian split squat? How can you do it? What are the different types of variations? And what muscles does this target? In terms of what muscles you're gonna be really focusing on, this guy is a quad dominant and a glute dominant exercise. And I love it because you don't have to add a lot of weight to be able to get a lot of benefit from it. So if you have limited amounts of weights available to you, where maybe you're like back squats or your squats, you're like, I have to do so many reps to really get a challenge from this, doing one-legged moves like the Bulgarian split squat is a great way to go. Also, this is a great exercise that is a single leg movement, but it's a little bit less intense than doing like single leg squats, but it offers a greater range of motion for most people. And if you want to get a move down like a pistol squat, then this is where you should be starting. Let's go over a couple of variations. How do you get started with positioning? And depending on where your foot is, depends a little bit about what muscles you're gonna be targeting. All right, so let's break this down. First up, let's talk about form and specifically position. How do you get into position? By far the best way to do it is to sit down, extend that leg, and drop it down. It makes it really easy so that you're not hopping all over the place. When it comes to positioning, the closer that front leg is to your bench, the more you're gonna work your quads. However, if you decide to take a wider stance, which we're gonna see here in just a second, so extend that foot out, you're gonna put more emphasis on the glutes, AKA on that booty, working the more posterior side of your chain versus the quads on your anterior side. Now make sure that you're hip hinging slightly forward to allow your spine to stay nice and straight, and keep your neck in a neutral position as well. Don't let that chin fall over. Now what you want to make sure to do is activate your feet. This is going to keep your ankles nice and straight so you can drive your knee forward over your toe without your knee buckling in. Please, please, please do not let your knee buckle in, and also do not collapse your shoulders forward as if you're putting your chest onto your thigh. Keep just a slight hip hinge, not a forward bend when going through the motions. Now, if you're having an issue with your back foot in that folded over flex position, you can stay up on your toe, but you might want to go down to a lower bench or a box or a chair for more comfort. All right, so here's some modifications in case that's a little bit too hard. If getting the full depth is a bit of a challenge, grab a yoga block, put it under your knee, and then make that your goal. So you're not putting quite so much range of motion on the knee. You can also grab a PVC pipe or a broomstick in order to give yourself something to push down on to help assist a little bit in coming up and down. You can also use a TRX for this as well for the same purpose, just to give a little pull. All right, now here's the fun part. Here's some fun variations. We've got the plyo power Bulgarian. So you're gonna jump off of that front foot. This is hard, don't go right into it, but definitely a great plyometric move. Next up, suitcase. So holding a weight in each hand as if you're holding a briefcase or a suitcase. Don't have two weights, not a big deal. Go for more of a goblet position with your weight. You can do this with kettlebells, or you can do it with a dumbbell where you're holding it right at your chest, keeping your elbows out slightly. You want to go a little bit harder, work your shoulders a little bit more. Instead of the suitcase position with two hands, go into a rack position, which of course, again, you can also do with kettlebells or with dumbbells. And then for a heavier Bulgarian, you can go with a barbell as well. But this is more of an advanced technique, so I wouldn't suggest using this if you are just getting started with the Bulgarian split squat. Make sure you have the fundamental movement down pat and you're able to go through the full range of motion before sticking a barbell on your back. Next up is the Bulgarian split squat. So this is not holding it for a modification. This is actually putting your foot into it, making it a little bit harder, making yourself use more core muscles and stabilizer muscles in your legs. This is awesome for balance training and for building up knee strength. And that is the Bulgarian split squat. Just from doing all those variations for you, oh, my legs are burning. I'm telling you what, it doesn't matter if I use a really heavy weight with a bar or if I go really light with just my body weight. I always feel these. I always know that I'm doing something good to help grow my booty, because that's what my goal is right now. And if you feel the same, make sure to comment down below letting me know if you've done Bulgarian split squats before, if you've been doing them right, and what is an exercise that you want to see another demo of. I would love to add it to the repertoire. I put out a new video every single week. So to make sure that you don't miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like video on this hit the like button for this video, and then go visit fitwomensweekly.com. That's my online training site where you can learn how you can work out with me 5 days a week. I put out live workouts Monday through Friday, and so that way we don't have to wait for just once a week to hang out together, and you can get an amazing workout at that same time. So go check it out. I hope to see you over at Fit Women's Weekly Live, but if not, I will see you next week here where I put out a brand new video every single week. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go shake my legs out before I've got to get back and start training again.